Winner bracket semi-final it is, and an Orc mirror. Very rare to see an Orc mirror in Europe. But Leo's Bio seems to be right, as Cash has an 80% win rate. 80% win rate over OrcWorker. And in general, I would say that Cash is the better player. But today, OrcWorker was good. OrcWorker was really good. And surprised me in his play. So, OrcWorker in yellow, Cash is there. Okay, so we're good. Best of 3. Winner plays Foggy in the winner bracket final. And yeah, Orc mirror it is. Nice to see, if I may say so. We're live for 8 hours now. And we're not even close to be finished, as the lower bracket is still to be played. And Uppsala, let's see, where Sonic will play now. He fixed his connection issues apparently, so he will play Affect, and the winner of that will play Hawk. The Great Wall at the moment 1-0 up against Razorman, and that is what happens on other streams. Then this is too tired, that little pussy. But I think Chaco got you covered. That man has an endurance, it's unbelievable. So massive praise to Chaco for covering alongside us GCS, Asian qualifiers, and Western qualifiers as well. So, back to the game. It's OrcWorker in the bottom right. He defeated Effect in a 2-1, especially the game on Echo Isle. Stood out for me, since it was a very smart play by OrcWorker. With good items, yeah, but good tactical decisions as well. For Cash, he couldn't warm up. He wanted to play his game against Sonic, and Sonic dropped the entire time. So he received a def win. Sonic had a bit of time to fix his connection issues, and it seems like it's working now. So that's how we ended up here with a def win. So the first showcase of the Russian Tiger to be back. The qualifiers were not his tournaments. It doesn't matter if WCA or GCS, if open qualifier or invites, he disappointed basically always. He's working a normal job. He's not playing that much, but what we saw in Jera Cups recently from him was really good. And the question is, can he bring it to the table today? Foggy is already finished with his games. He can go to sleep. He can watch the games. He can prepare. And the others, they have to wait a little longer. Both decide, of course, to go for Blade Master. Here is the 2-burrow attack from both players. So more grunts for more creeping, for better items, and a better Shadow Hunter later. Once tier 2 is finished. They delay the attack a little, both of them. But I think it would be very greedy to go for a 1-burrow attack here. We saw at NSL how Focus destroyed greedy play. If you know the creep routes, if you sniff out what your opponent is doing, then you can punish it incredibly hard with a Blade Master. Both with a Circlet, both with a Dust. No big surprises here. Orc Mirror is a lot about creeping. Is a lot about the level 2 heal wave for the Shadow Hunter. And on AI, this is the creeping map.
A player's forces are under attack.
I wrote like a map resume for Blizzard, which maps I like and which maps I don't like and why, and this was on the top of the flop list, because it's mostly ring around the rosy creeping and then one big fight at the end. But they didn't care too much, unfortunately. But maybe they will fix it in the future. Shop is coming up, late shop for Worker, and Cash is playing this completely without a shop so far. Didn't take any damage too, because nobody crept just yet. It's just little skirmishes around the map. But this will change. But this also means that you can't really power creep your Shadow Hunter, because you need critical. You need Windwalk 2 to keep track of your opponent. But now, with 3 grunts, OrcWorker says, okay, it's enough, my army is strong enough. I can start creeping, and Cash says, okay, if you want to do the damage, I will get the rest. And he is not going for... Oh boy, this was so bad. Not going for the dust. He got the claw though. So he lost 92 experience and even more! Oh, Cash's last hit skills coming in big here. On the Troll Trapper as well. Massive damage on OrcWorker's units. And Cash showing why he, in the eyes of the community, is the stronger player compared to OrcWorker. Having a massive experience lead without creeping a single spot yet. Tier 2 is finished. This is the Shadowhunter, this is Beastry Lodge. It's an invitation to cancel them though. And the Voodoo Lounge here, but on the other side it's the same building placement. Also, of course, the Shadowhunter. But this claw, will this claw make a big difference in the later stages of that game? As critical strike multipliers increase. So far, pretty peaceful. But this means that this spot is gone for the Shadowhunter of OrcWorker. Cash can still go for it, it's then close to level 2. And OrcWorker is not in a position where he can split the Blade Master apart from the rest of the army. At all. Like, he has to creep with them. And this is usually not the case.
A player's forces are under attack.
There we go. He is waiting for the Shadowhunter, so he creeps it simultaneously. This is gonna be level 2 for the Blade Master, most likely. And the first Gloves of Haste for him. Yeah, it is level 2, but not instant level 2 for the Shadowhunter, which I thought he would be doing. Trying to get rid of the aggro, but the Ogre Warrior for some reason is really mad at this Blade Master. I like that choice of OrcWorker here, deciding to go for the Warlord. Stealing this from Cash's side of the map. Big experience, big item possibly. Heal wards is really nice for creeping. And since I think we all expect a lot of creeping, then heal wards during that creep can save you a few heal cells, which he does have only 2 of. Cash trying to find OrcWorker, scouting here, but he didn't expect him here, which is already a nice move. Level 2 on the Blade Master now as well, and both Shadowhunters are closing in on that heal wave. Little Tome of Intelligence, 15 mana additionally for the Russian. And off we go for the first little skirmish. Hex on that Raider. We don't have Ensnare yet for Cash, and if he loses that Raider, that's pretty big. He can't micro him out. Mass hexes on both sides, but this Raider is definitely toast. He tries to nuke down the Blade Master, but the damage is definitely not enough. So OrcWorker has the upper hand here now, and it's just a matter of time when he has Ensnare. Looking at it now, oh, he seems to be slipping in micro. No, there it is. And he might get the second one as well. Oh, Cash is in trouble here. OrcWorker is doing a great job. And if this continues the way it is, then Foggy versus OrcWorker could be the rematch of WCA European Finals in 2016.
A player's forces are under attack.
He gets it again. And the item as well. So, ooh, and Snare. I don't think the damage is enough. He hexed a lot, so his mana is low. And Cash has a lot of mana still on his Shadowhunter, but he needs to creep ASAP. The Raider loss was big. The Ensnare was really good for OrcWorker, but again, he gifted experience towards Cash. Heal ward is nice again, won't be cancelled by creeps, but he finds more time to creep now. Kodo is coming, Ensnare upgrade is coming. On the other side, we do have the War Mill as well, and the Kodo is starting now. We're still waiting for a single level 3. What item did he get? A Ring of Protection, okay, that's bad. OrcWorker again, going for the bigger spots. Parrot of Vitality. But creeping basically his side of the map. Cash's side is still untouched on the left hand side. But this is level 3 for the Shadowhunter since he moves the Blade Master away, which is way more important than the level 3 on the Blade Master. And Zombie Mask, really nice. And Kodo Beasts, they make a difference in Orc Mirror 2. Back in the days of WC3L, there was an Orc called Violet from Korea. And he kind of, I don't want to say invented, but he emphasized the kill of Kodos. And was, at that time, the best Orc Mirror player, maybe in the world. Town portal back from Cash. That's good that he has a town portal at all. Shop is gone though, but it's an immediate counter TP. He can't do anything. Kills a grunt here for the town portal cost. That's okay, but he lost the burrow and the shop. So that means Cash is supply stuck. And does OrcWorker want to go into 60? I don't think so, but he goes for a burrow. He opens up the bottom side of the map for him, and that's why his creep route here was so good. He was very greedy at the laboratory, and then here and here as well. He could have gone for the lab again. Oh, the Kodo, that's big. That is 4 supply, gone, and the big damage aura is gone. He doesn't have a second one. Always have your backup, Kodo. OrcWorker creeping up to level 3, and now Cash with a lot more map presence with double level 3 already. But this is a risky spot. Against 3 times and Snare. He does have the Kodo, in a bad position at the moment though. Mana Stone. Oh, this is the best item possible. But what can OrcWorker make of this? He does not engage. At all. So again, massive experience boost. Close to 4. No expansion on either side. OrcWorker reproduced the Kodo. Does not go over 50. Can't afford to lose the Echo battle. 4 heal scrolls. As both parties will have a lot of Spirit Link and the fights will last a lot longer. So far they are on par with a small advantage for Cash. Even though OrcWorker had the better creeping. But Cash is pulling peons. OrcWorker has them too. So we mask on this side. This is of course a lot more mana regen. Twice the mana regen of a mana stone. But you can't consume the Sobi mask. You can consume the health stone, the mana stone for 300 mana. That is a lot. It's 2.5 heal waves. They can make a difference. Not Overseer dead, Ring of Regeneration. So the last big item will be found here that can potentially be a Sobi mask. Vamp Aura. Or of course Sobi mask. Level 4 for the Blade Master, that is definitely crit level 2. OrcWorker does it right, goes for the Kodo Beast immediately. The army of OrcWorker though is once again in a Congo line, so Cash with a way better opening here keeps this Kodo Beast alive. More Spirit Link and more heal wave. 147 critical strike was topped by a 180, and now the Kodo aura for Cash is not gone. He has one backup as it seems. No, okay, it's gone now. And OrcWorker has 2. So this will work a lot longer. 10% damage on everything. And especially the Blade Master profits a lot. 168, level 4 on the Shadow Hunter though. But where are the reinforcements coming for OrcWorker? I don't see them. He stays at 50, only now going into upkeep. And that's why he's losing the Kodo Beast for it. No mana anymore. We have 2 more heal waves since he consumed the Mana Stone. That is the difference in this fight right now. But he draws Cash back. Gets another Raider for it. And more experience, but still not even remotely close to level 4. Neither on the Shadow Hunter, so big... Oh, tier 3! He went to tier 3 after this! Lightning Orb, Reinforced Defenses, Warsong Battle Drums. Ooh, this is nice for Cash. OrcWorker did not do the same. And even though he won that fight slightly... Cash is in a great position now. More damage. And if he can... maybe he's going for the Walker upgrade for more Dispel. But what does OrcWorker get here? Or does he get the item at all? Shadow Hunter is out of position. When is the Ensnare coming? I'm just waiting for it. No Invo Potion. But not too much mana on him as well. Still lots of crits here, and everything is red. But nothing goes to the Shadow Hunter. Cash with 2 Kodo Beasts, and now they have the 20% damage upgrade. Everything is all over the place. Cash trying to go for the Shadow Hunter as he has no healing himself anymore. OrcWorker still ahead in supply. 200 critical strike now for Cash. How long can he heal against this? And when will the aura be gone? There he goes, and OrcWorker calls for the GG. Can't do anything against this tier 3 and experience advantage of OrcWorker. And after 14 minutes, Cash leads this series over OrcWorker. that would be... Yeah, we determine the opponent of Foggy, who is already qualified. But OrcWorker was really quick with his map choice. Map is already up. Admin's, by the way, doing a phenomenal job today. Everything goes really, really smooth. And I think the first big thing was OrcWorker not getting the items that he desired. Is this bracket thing working now? No, it's not. Why not? We'll work on that. Still trying, guys. Still trying. Okay, second game started. There's no rest for the Wicked at all. And it's map 2. I think OrcWorker plays a lot more than Cash, but still. He got the first map. We meet each other on Last Refuge now. With Cash in the lead. Spawning in the bottom left is the winner of the last map. And on Last Refuge, you can do quite a cool thing and try to work with Zeppelins. Lynn did this against human and against undead. So you load up the Kodo Beast into a Zeppelin and you unload him in the back. Eat something, load him up again, and pull it in a safe position. Of course, this can be sniped. And you need more than one, otherwise you lose the aura. But it can work. It can make a great difference. So... Read more ticker up to date. There we go. Blade Master, no surprise here. This time both go for a very early shot. Compared to AI. So this might be a 1-burrow tech. Since they can creep with their 1 grunt and heal him up and creep with them. There's no necessity to go for a 2nd burrow, which will delay the tech a lot. So item sniped by Cash, OrcWorker going over immediately.
Are under attack.
Going for the circlet, which is of course available right from the start, sells the town portal. And yeah. No 2nd burrow, just waiting for the lumber to tech. And Gloves of Haste for Cash. And now the shop finishes up. He sells his TP, gets, of course, heal self this. OrcWorker going for the consumables. This is nice. Replenishment potion, 1 Windwalk. And saves you a little heal selves. Tier 2 tech on the way. Circlet here as well. And yeah, everything on par. So OrcWorker just prioritized this one. Which is nice, because Cash can steal this. And he should be too late to harass this. We have seen on Ancient Isles and OrcWorker again with the claw. That's nice. OrcWorker, Cash sees it, thinks, ah, damn. This guy is pretty lucky here. Sells the Rejo potion. Ooh, if that wasn't a mistake. There is a speed scroll, but okay, against Windwalk, you can't do too much. Since, there's no way you can catch up with this. Tech 1/3 done. Oh, my voice is cracking already. Come on. Work through it, Neil. Work through it. I mean, there's no deviation in units in Orc Mirror. It's set in stone. Raiders, Walkers, Kodos, and Grunts, that's it.
A player's forces are under attack.
Worker already with the 2nd grunt, Cash only now, so creeping should be a little better, but he's continuing to sniping the items. And gets rewarded with the 2nd circlet. People are asking how much more games we will see. We will play... this is the last winner bracket game. And then we will see lower bracket round 2 as well. So, plenty of more games to be shown today. 2 circlets and gloves against the trifecta. OrcWorker again playing with fire here. Still more grunts. Attacks are about to finish. Cash is one tiny step away. Or behind in basically everything. Except an experience, man. He has to catch up in this. He was prioritizing items a lot. OrcWorker with a better creeping this far. Shadowhunter, Beastery. Just waiting for the lodge, which will be coming here.
A player's forces are
In
under
very
attack.
rare instances, we see a Firelord or a Naga. But I think the early game has to go very, very one-sided. So this is a valid choice in a high-stake tournament like this. Nice. Sentry Wall's always good. And that gave him level 2. This exchange, though, he shouldn't do it against the trifecta, that's for sure. Critical strike! But the Windwalk saves him, man. Quick with his fingers. Or just lucky, but no. A 33 damage roll, not really possible. So Raider Walker on this side as well. No War Mill yet to be seen. Same procedure here. Just getting ready for 50 food. And now it's time to creep up the Shadowhunter. Even with 2 level 2 Late Masters. Is it a Mana Stone again or what? Cash was really lucky with this on map 1. Nailed it! Neostradamus strikes! Even after 8 hours. Prediction skills still work. Cash at the moment running around like a headless chicken. He wanted to grab his opponent with a hex and then creep jack him, so he doesn't go for the consumable. He doesn't go for this consumable at the laboratory. Just for the Blade Master items here at the Knoll. I don't think is that great. Shadowhunter close to 2, and this is not as much experience as he wants to have. I mean, this is of course nice that it's closer to his base so he can save it for later. But for now, OrcWorker is strong.
A player's forces are under attack.
Blade Master is hexed! Oh, Worker! What are you doing? Speed scroll being used. Can he reach for another hex? No, but he's in Windwalk, and he has to sacrifice himself to the creeps. Oh no! Things are getting out of control here. He can't deny himself, so Cash doesn't get the experience, but what a loss again. On the flip side, this is solo experience for the Shadowhunter now, but you do not want to lose your Blade Master. OrcWorker's in trouble. Cash is expanding his advantage with a rat spot, with amazing items. Helm of Valor is not one of those. It's HP and damage, yeah, but there's a Brilliance Aura to be found. Captain America might be cool in the Marvel movies if you're into that, but not in Warcraft, not so much.
A player's forces are
War
under
Mill
attack.
coming up now. War Mill coming up now. Cash now slightly ahead of this. This is level 2, and this is why he saved those spots, because he can do them now. Potion of Invulnerability, really nice. And the Blade Master's getting a little scary here. Heal Scroll as well. No Tome of Experience. But the same spot was crept already for OrcWorker. He got a Scroll of the Beast. But he did not think about
A player's forces are under attack.
the reveal on the Blade Master there. He's going tier 3 though. Both players are going tier 3. Wouldn't it be awesome to see Torrent? Let me dream. I mean, Remo would say the same. But Cash is getting the second red spot. There's Claws plus 12. There is Endurance Aura. There's Brilliance Aura. There's Unholy Aura. The chances of this to be a good items are amazing. Warsong Battle Drums. And if you're not that experienced with Warcraft 3, you might think, hey, they're going for Kodos later anyway, and auras don't stack. But yeah, this is not the Warsong Battle Drums aura, it's just called that. It's the command aura from this little guy. So it does stack with Kodos. So you get the 20% from a Kodo Beast with upgrades, since both are going to tier 3. And you get the 10% from that aura. That is massive.
A player's forces
But
are under
on the other side, this is great as well. Look at the inventory of OrcWorker. Slippers, claws, and Scourge Bone Chimes. I asked Grubby, when he played an Orc Mirror, how good the Vamp Aura really is, and he said, yeah, it's basically a heal scroll per fight. And that's pretty crazy. It's 250 gold every fight.
A player's forces are under attack.
But to be honest, both items are great. Ginbo Potion still there, level 3 on the Shadow Hunter here, level 3 on the Shadow Hunter here. Pendant of Energy would be nice, Claws plus 9 would be nice. Level 3 here as well. Not close to level 4 though, but he's not losing too much HP anymore during creeping, thanks to the aura. Talisman of Evasion. In this game, not really good. If there's a lot of range involved, I like that item. But if it's a lot of
Player's
melee,
forces are
you
under
can scratch
attack.
that. No upgrade yet. Oh, he cancelled it for a second Kodo. You see the +4 coming from the Kodo, and both auras are working here. Item on this side was the Arc of Reincarnation, which is decent, but not that great. Compared to the Mana Stone that the Shadow Hunter still carries. He levels up the Shadow Hunter over the level 4 on the Blade Master. That is pretty interesting to me. Cash is not breaking upkeep yet. OrcWorker does. He's going for the upgrade now.
A player's
And
forces
OrcWorker
are
will be
under attack.
pretty disappointed to see that this Ogre is gone already. Chance for Cash to equalize in auras with the Vamp Aura here. Blade Master is scouting, seeing the movement. Hurries up a little. Fruit of Accuracy. Meh. This will be sold and traded for a heal scroll, since you don't have that much range. It would be sick if you go for Headhunters now, but that doesn't make sense. Still looking for a Torrent Totem, but...
A player's forces are under attack.
So it's +6 now. No, +8 it is. Okay, it's two-shot aura, but it's +6. 20% from Warsong Battle Drums aura, 10% from Warsong Battle Drums, 10% from the True Shot, makes a Kodo +8. The Walkers benefit a lot, and it's magic damage, so they do a great job against Grunts. Worker has the upgrade as well. Blade Masters are pretty equal. Level 4 on the Shadow Hunter here. Level 3 there, but close to 4. Ooh, Worker exposes himself again. Item situation, heal scroll, invul, and mana potion on Cash's side. Only a heal scroll on OrcWorker's side, and he's kind of trapped there. Does he have a town portal? If not, he has to take this fight. He doesn't have a town portal. Oh, OrcWorker! He felt so happy with the Vamp Aura, but not anymore though. 198 critical strike, and that is level 2 crit. For sure. OrcWorker with level 1 crit still, with a level 2 backstab. But Cash is towering him in supply. He gets rid of the first Kodo Beast. The damage of this Blade Master is insane! Plus 28, man. Holy cow. And the Shadow Hunter is way better equipped. How much can the Vamp Aura do? At the moment, not too much. There is a backup Kodo, so this loss is not too much. 189 crit. So he gets rid of a lot of stuff here. Okay, next Kodo is coming in. Timing for Cash with the reproduction of the Kodo Beast. Superb. But OrcWorker is taking a better fight. And is this only the Vamp Aura, man? It's crazy. Nice hexes here to disable the Blade Master. How much mana is left? Nothing on this side. And still a mana potion on Cash's side. Will this turn the tides? Or will the Blade Master do it alone? So much attack speed. It's sick. But no Kodo anymore. But same goes for OrcWorker. Boom, 114 down to 18 plus damage. And now, oh, the Blade Master has to clean this up. Level 4 for him. This is level 2 crit. And the mana potion has been used. No more healing. And level 5 on OrcWorker. He's one level ahead on the Shadow Hunter, man. What a fight. He's trying to go for a surround, but he's moving out. Oh, Hero Focus seems to be his only chance. The Kodo is coming back. Massive advantage. OrcWorker almost walking into a surround there, but he had a lot of mana, so that's not really worth it. Is this the counter go with Ensnare? The counter Kodo is there for sure. Oh my god, the Shadow Hunter that dies first loses the game most likely. Both are super hurt. Oh my god, Cash with the Invul Potion. There is Windwalk, but he's not doing it. He's not going for it, and that is the end for this Shadow Hunter. Once the potion is over, this looks like an equalizer. There's nothing to heal him, he can't just run away, and he does let him get away. But look at the supply. 15 supply ahead is OrcWorker. And what a fight this was. He was backed into a corner, caught off guard, Blade Master out of position, and still he managed to win that fight. I'm not an Orc Mirror expert at all. I have no idea. I see this way too rarely. But was this only the Vamp Aura? Or what did I miss there?
A player's forces are under attack.
I think they had Kodos, like, at the same time. So usually, Cash's army should have been better. And the inventory was better for Cash as well. With Big Invul, with the mana potion. Pocket expansion. OrcWorker feels so safe now. Invests a round of 700 gold that Cash has to invest into the army, into an expansion, which is done immediately. Main gold mines, 2,800. Do we have upgrades? 1-1. And 0-0. Okay, so that made a difference as well. And in the end, of course, the level 5 Shadow Hunter. That was big. Really big. Okay, he equals up the level of the second hero. Ooh, that is a purge. That is a purge. 186 crit on level 2. Basically, if a slow unit gets purged, it's dead. There's no way to save it. But yeah, if OrcWorker defends this first push, then it should be game. No healing items on those heroes. OrcWorker on the other side. Mana potion. And massive damage. Close to level 5 BM as well. Crazy how much a difference this is. TC third. Mostly for the aura, of course. Endurance aura is nice. And Stomp is pretty crazy too. And we can't afford it. Keeps the battle drums. Is there one Blade Master that will crit like crazy? And one Orc. Cash is taking this fight. With a 20 food advantage, he feels forced to take that fight because of the expansion. That's true. Massive amount of mana on the Belarusian side. But on the other side, not that bad either. Both have level 3 heal wave, but Cash is doing the first unit. Oh, nice heal wave there. 200 critical strike only. Level 3 crit coming in for OrcWorker with plus 26. That is so sick. 192, 292! And then even Kodo Beast smelled against this. Yeah, I mean, look at it. Reinforcements are coming, TC is coming, and we're waiting for the epicenter. Boom! There we go. Cash calls for the GG, and we go into map 3 in this Orc Mirror. That was nice. That was an awesome fight. By OrcWorker and Cash at the bottom right. I'm still waiting, like, there's a delay, of course. They're still waiting for your explanations what went wrong in the fight. Like, usually you have a better eye on it, since I have to click on stuff all the time, and have to talk the entire time, so you as my third eye work a lot better. So, last match to determine the opponent of Foggy. Trying once again to give you the grid. I wonder if this works now. Oh, it doesn't seem to be working. Alright. So we got the players one more time. Cash and OrcWorker, Belarusian versus Russia. 1-1 it is. Both quite funny, to be honest. Both would tell a good story. If Cash wins, we get the rematch of WCA Qualifier 2015, the breakout performance of Foggy with those Hippo Riders. If OrcWorker wins, we get the rematch of the grand final of WCA European Qualifier 2016, where OrcWorker had a huge run through the winner bracket, Foggy dropping out very early, but then in the great final he was just this tiny bit better. And made first place in the WCA qualifier, which both ended up losing in the group stage at WCA, but that is a different case because only 2 players from a 5-player group advanced into the semifinals, which was a very bad system in my opinion. But hey, WCA. OrcWorker in yellow, Cash in red. 1 map for the winner bracket final. I would love to see
player's
a great
forces are under attack.
equal match. Not with a Vamp Aura here. Because that seems to be the biggest factor. And OrcWorker gets the claws again. For the 3rd time. In 3 matches. That's big. Gloves of Haste for Cash. Sells the TP. And tier 2 tech with 1 burrow again, so seems like only Ancient Isles with mass creeping was designed for the 2 burrow tech. Interesting that they don't lure the Troll Trappers away. I think OrcWorker did, so his Blade Master is way less hurt. Mantle for the Russian. Oh no, for the Belarusian. For the Russian it is Cloak of Shadows. Which is of course really bad. Level 2 Hex Spam from OrcWorker, that made the difference. Really? That disable was so big? I think you're trolling. So... very standard early game with lots of creeping here. No easy aggression, but I think Cash is doing a pretty cool move and sniping the Renegade. Oh, that is not well done. He didn't move them away. So he cannot finish this, right? Reveal being used. Oh, this is gonna be so close! Ooh, Windwalk. That was... like, if this happens a split second earlier, he doesn't go into Windwalk and he loses the Blade Master. That was really lucky for all people involved. Apparently I did drop out. The fuck? Worker hex use and better unit by unit targeting. And made it harder for Cash because of Vampire. Okay. So it actually was the hex. Yeah, he disabled it quite a bit. He disabled the Blade Master quite a bit, so that was good. You're right. Yeah, it's all so hectic. So thank you guys for the help.
A player's forces are under
That was
attack.
really close. Gets the Rope of the Magi for it. Again, for the early game, not a great item. Worker on the other side. With Redo Potion, he will most likely sell it again. Oh boy. Does he have a wind? He doesn't have a Windwalk. Oh, Cash, you need to run. Oh, actually he doesn't. Heal Stealth is working in his favor. Tier 2 is there. Shadowhunter is coming. Lodge, Beastery. The normal stuff.
A player's forces are under
So
attack.
OrcWorker, with the movement of the Blade Master, must know that Cash was there since he saw his HP. So if he was fast, he clicked his inventory and saw the rope. This is bad for him because this is usually his natural. And then he goes from the lab to the natural to the mercenary camp and get those items. Okay, he checks it now. With this one being gone, he's kind of forced to go into that because if Cash gets it and it's a Vamp Aura, then it's really hard to come back into this.
Town is under siege.
And Cash's creep sniping and creep stealing is really impressive. Nice hex on the Blade Master again, but can he keep the Lodge up? This would be horrible if he has later Spirit Link. Oh boy. Okay, now that the Blade Master's there, third hex had to be invested. But with all that normal damage, he at least keeps his Lodge alive, but big investment. OrcWorker in the meantime could creep while the Shadowhunter of Cash was still in his base and has to wait now for the Lodge. Raider and Walker coming. Nobody is supply stuck. That's always good, of course. And he has so much time, but Cash was really good
Player's forces are under
in stealing creeps so far. And the Windwalk duration is over. Gets the backstab on him. Level 2 on the Windwalk, not level 2 on the crit. Which, with a fast level 3 Blade Master, is understandable. So he denies the Sasquatch. No, he doesn't really deny the Sasquatch, but he delays the Sasquatch. On the other side, the Blade Master, there is no review. Did the Shadowhunter get it? I'm not too sure. But he's stunned there. Oh boy, critical strike. He has to use Hex again. I mean, he does have... Okay. Let's focus on this one first. For the Sasquatch, here we go. And the item as well. Well done. But the end snare should be close. This is massive damage. Blade Master comes in as well. Hex again. He is still dusted. Okay, he should be... No, the Shadowhunter movement. There's no Hex. Oh, is he lucky that there's no Hex? Speed scroll being used though. And he needs... Is this a heal wave? He needs a heal wave. Or a Hex. Ay, this Orc Mirror is already great. With a lot of tiny situations that could turn the outcome of the game. So Cash had to invest a lot more in clarities already. On his side, the Shadowhunter is only level 1. Blade Master of OrcWorker gets it for free. So Boots of Vamp would be the dream. Lionheart of Stormwinds is, yeah, neglectable. No tier 3 yet. War Mill though. No tier 3 here. War Mill though. This will upgrade on the walkers. Not to be seen here. Cash seems to be a tiny step ahead of his opponent. But the Blade Master inventory is ridiculously bad. On the other side, we have 2 mantles, which equalizes the Robe of the Magi. And a heal scroll already. Plus the claw, of course. Level 2 Shadowhunter on both sides. Level 3 Blade Master on both sides. Both at 50 supply too. Peons coming in. So the damage will be further spread. And the Kodo is there too. For OrcWorker, this all takes some time.
A player's forces
Okay,
are
Kodo's
under
coming
attack.
now. So yeah, Cash is a little ahead. He gets the Blade Master again. There is a second and snare. Oh boy, OrcWorker. He is losing his Blade Master again! This is not possible! Oh, just like on Echo, on Last Refuge. Can Cash capitalize this time? He's scanning. He should know that the Blade Master is not there. Maybe scanning for a ward. But rebuy, that was a big investment. That Cash invests into tier 3. Was this the one mistake of OrcWorker that costs him the winner bracket, and he does it again? No way! There is so much hex. There is no windwalk at all. The little snail blocks here, and he has to get that fight now. Heal wave is in, but can he heal against the crits? I don't think so. There's another one. OrcWorker calls for the GG after 2 Blade Master losses, and Cash is in the winner bracket final against Foggy tomorrow. Oh no, 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 no. Overconfidence and too much risk involved with the Blade Master. And that ends the winner bracket streak of OrcWorker. The Belarusian is out, and tomorrow in the winner bracket final is going to be Ukraine versus Russia. CIS prevailing, of course, as it always is the case. But if that happens on Last Refuge already, then maybe move a little more careful. But he didn't do it. So, does this bracket thing work now? Hopefully it does. Ah, damn it. Okay, we will just restream Wikipedia. The Western qualifier can be seen here. So, Effect is out, as we saw. Can I make this more large? Oops. This is our bracket. There we go. So, we're left with Hawk versus Sonic. And OrcWorker versus the Great Wall, as he defeated Razorman in the lower bracket round 1. We will go with Hawk versus Sonic, of course. Another Human versus Night Elf. The other game will be streamed by Chaco, as both games will be played at the same time. Foggy, Cash, waiting in the winners finals. Who will survive? Effect out, Razorman out, CIS region is amongst themselves, with 2 Russians, 2 Ukrainians, and 1 Belarusian. We're cutting down from 8. Now we're at 6. And in 1 hour approximately we will be down to 4. And one of them will go to Shanghai. We go into a little break here, so I can catch some breath. And we will be right back with Hawk versus Sonic for the lower bracket semifinal. See you in a bit.